I wanted to bring this up with you because last June, The Simpsons announced that white actors would no longer be voicing black characters on the show. And now Harry Shearer has been replaced by veteran voice actor Kevin Michael Richardson in the role of Dr. Julius Hibbert. So The
Mhm.
Simpsons' new policy followed Family Guy veteran Mike Henry announcement last year that he would no longer voice the black Cleveland Brown character. So Papa Joe, in animation, do you believe true vision on screen begins with voice actors?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Well,
simple.
really, to be honest with you, you know what? How can I say this nicely? I know we are living in a PC world, and everything is polarized with what we're experiencing in culture in today's society. Um, and but those characters have been played by white actors for so long that I mean, I never really took offense to it. And at one point, when I did find out about it, I'm like, okay, bravo to them.
Right. No,
You know what
like
I'm saying? I mean, so I mean, to me, I'm all inclusive, and if it works, it works. But obviously, obviously it was brought to the forefront, and changes being made, which is a good thing too, because then it does give opportunities to, the characters that people are playing, representing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Papa Joe, let me ask you this, and ladies, I have not forgotten about you. Should female voice actors not be allowed to play male cartoon characters such as Timmy
Ooh.
Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and I know the
Ooh.
25th anniversary of Pokemon is this year, and Ash Ketchum is voiced by a female voice actor. Is that not acceptable anymore? I mean, I feel like I'm
Ooh.
starting to stir the pot on inclusion that people aren't thinking about just yet.
I'm gonna take it one step further. Bart Simpson.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but real quickly, and we had this discussion. One of the reasons they do cast women for to play young boys is because of our vocal frequencies. We're able
Okay.
to have that younger prepubescent sound. And
Really?
instead of I talked to Chris, instead of casting a 8-year-old boy to play a series like Bart Simpson, that voice could only last for a couple years before puberty would change their vocal texture. And it's one
Interesting.
reason why they use women to voice young men.
But don't you think
Interesting.
though, after hearing what Marissa was saying, Papa Joe, that the evolution of your voice changing if you did get a young real human being to play a young character in a cartoon series, don't you think that that actually show growth in the show, or do you think that this
Only if that character grows up. Bart Simpson is still the
Bart
same
Simpson never
age.
grows.
He's
that's a true point. That's a
he's
true
never
point.
grown up.
Like
Seriously.
Timmy Turner, it feels like
Hey,
Jimmy
don't,
Neutron
hey,
never
Chris, stop trying
goes.
to take my jobs, okay?
Hey,
Because I also have in the works a little tiny boy voice. Hey, what's up, guys? How you
but
doing
I'm
today?
just saying, like, I'll raise something else that I was thinking about, Papa Joe,
Marissa.
because
Marissa.
right. But like, I also anime icon Erica Harlacker has been on our show multiple times, and she's voiced male and Asian characters as a white woman. And
Hmm.
when you become more inclusive, doesn't it come across more racist to assume anime is only meant for Asian voiceover actors? I feel like that's when it becomes kind of a slippery slope. What do you think, Papa Joe?
I really, yeah, I can agree with that. I'll agree with that statement. I mean, it's all a slippery slope, and I think it depends on the popularity of the show and who's doing what. To be honest, for right now, but until everything gets dissected, but that's
Yeah.
why, and you know what I mean. Every institution right now is being dissected, but in the world of animation, I mean, there's just so much creativity, and as far as the voices, I mean, I've had female actors come up and want to play the male characters as well. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with it as long as it sounds like, you know.
No, I think
You
that's a
know what I
great
mean?
point. I mean, I've always felt that too. I know. I can think about Regina King, for example. She just
Oh my God, she
has the
played both
film
voices from. She
Once
played
Time
both
in
voices.
Miami. Right. I mean, she was in One Time in Miami. She casted UK actors to play iconic US characters, and people still had flack thinking that just because you're from the United Kingdom, maybe you don't necessarily know the history of the US. Doesn't that sound kind of crazy? Because
It does sound correct, but she also played the voices of Riley and for the Boondocks as well.
Oh,
So
that's
she played
right, she
voice. Yeah,
did.
she
And I
played.
love the
She played.
Boondocks.
She played both of them. She played both voices. So Yeah, I mean, more power to her. Get the check.
No, I feel you, but like my thing is, it's like, how can millennials celebrate inclusion but get excited when Pedro Pascal being casted to play a video game character, Joel, who's white? And like the thing is, it becomes such a slippery slope because you're obviously
Yeah,
even seeing it with voice acting for video game characters. Because
yeah,
some people might not know this, Papa Joe, but Christopher Judge replaced longtime Kratos voice actor Terrence C. Carson, and they're both black voiceover actors playing a Caucasian Greek demigod. So are they going to start going after him now for not fitting the fake mythology of a Greek god?
God, yeah, exactly. We need somebody from Greece. We need somebody.
Right. I mean, it's starting to become like Gal Gadot. She got
It
cast
really
for
is.
Cleopatra. I mean,
See, this is why we need Electric Negro. We need somebody that's going to poke fun at all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not take everything so
Yes,
PC. That's one of the
satire.
things. Satire. That's why I love South
Hmm.
Park and and American Dad and stuff like that and Family Guy and those type of shows, because it's just really be able to sit back and laugh at ourselves at times like this. It's just like, come on, people.
yeah, I mean, what it sounds like, what I'm hearing from you, Papa Joe, is you're basically advocating for hire the best person for the role. Am I
That's
correct?
it. That's it. That's it.
That's
That's it.
simple.
Look, now, I will say that. Now, I will say, depending on the situation, obviously, for a female character, I mean, I would definitely want to audition someone more like Marissa versus you.
I mean, I'm gender neutral, baby. Come on now, you can
But
put me in any shoe that fits, right?
We've had other film directors come on and they say, look, they look at first what's the truest person to fit the role. And then if that does not work, then they branch out and try to find it. Same thing with you had with musician Saya when she had for music, she did cast someone who was nonverbal, autistic, and they could not do the job. It was so stressful. And so she branched out and had a dancer, and so that was a part of she
But
did
then,
try to fit the role.
But doesn't it like raise that question though, Papa Joe, about how like if you're putting so much effort to bring inclusion behind the camera, don't you think that you can make the film set, the environment better for everybody to participate in
Oh yeah,
entertainment?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
And I think that's beneficial. But I think you're starting to see that more now with anything, even with the newer shows that are come on. Everybody has some form of some type of stereotype of label or some type of gender, within their stories. And I think that's great because we need a lot of diversity right now in the world. So, a little bit more love and kindness and laughter.
That's so true, and that's why I'm gonna be having that on my DVR real soon. The Electric
What are you talking
Negro.
about? You're gonna be having a voice on there, both of you, because actually, now that I'm hearing both of your voices, I got scripts right on the back end. I'm the man ahead. So
hey, look at my dreams might come true. 2 years on radio.
I'm not
2 years on radio, and I finally get that live on the air. Live on the air, I'm getting casted now.
I'm actually, you really are, to be honest with you, both of you, because I'm actually doing within the pitching that I'm getting ready to do in the next development stage. I've got to do some sketch developments for them as well, so they want to see product and placement. So that's voices. So guess who's coming? And then plus on top of that, you guys are beating me to the punch because on Instagram I'm going to be posting out a casting call for voices, but now I got 2 right up front.
Hey, rock and roll, man. Well, I'm honored, man. That is so cool. Live on the show, baby.
No, seriously, not for nothing, but you guys are both very talented. I love your voice, and I have an ear as well for everything. Since music was the start of all this, how it all began. So
thanks, my friend.